Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Benny and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Benny's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations we give these young puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that we give, and we give a little tug and let go on the slip collar or training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and you know how to use it properly from your other dog that we trained for you, but we'll give you a refresher course when Benny comes home. Now he's sitting nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Benny heel, and at this point his job is to stay with you on walks, not dragging you, not forging ahead, and each time that you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically and wait for his next command. And Fred's going to talk to him to keep him motivated. Benny likes doing obedience. He's not at all intimidated by it. The tail is up. He's happy. He enjoys the learning process because he's very bright. This time, Fred's going to leave him in a stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. When you start working with your puppy at home, start out at about 20 seconds and work up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, and Benny should remain seated until he gets his next command. And they're going to take off heeling again. Remember, practice your heeling because as this puppy gets bigger, you want him to be next to you when you're walking. Nice automatic sit, so when you cross the street or you stop to talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely waiting for his next command. And Fred leaves him in another sit stay, and remember your stay commands help to develop attention span and maturity. This time, instead of returning back to him, Fred's going to call him. The command is Benny come. He comes right in front and sits facing Fred's knees. That eliminates him coming and jumping all over you. Fred leaves him in another sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. He uses his name, he lightens his tone of voice. Benny likes that command. He comes right in front and sits, looks up at his trainer. Good job, buddy. So Fred gives him some love and for praise. And we're going to set up to do our down commands. And there are 2 of them. There's down from a heel and down from a distance. And remember, always have your puppy seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground on the one-word command to down, and then he leaves him in a stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home, you're going to start out with about 45 seconds and work up to 5 minutes. And again, your stationary exercises can be practiced right in your living room and helps to develop focus and maturity. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay, all the way back around to his shoulders, and each time you return to your dog's shoulders, he expects to get another command. So you have to tell him what you're going to do. Fred's going to demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. He's really very good at doing his basic obedience. And he's a nice little guy. We just want to keep him that way. This time, instead of returning to him, Fred's going to call him out of that exercise. Comes right in front and sits, and then he returns back around to heel. Very nicely done. Now we're going to set up for your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder because you're not next to your dog. And again, you're going to have him seated, and you leave him in a stay. Walk out. As he gets a little older, we'll walk all the way the full extent of the 6-foot leash, but right now it's at about 4. Fred's going to use his right hand to give the command and drop him into a down. Very good. Now we have demonstrated for you your heeling, your automatic sits, your stays, your down from a distance, and your come. These are the obedience exercises that we've taught this little young man while he's been with us here at our school. We will go over scheduling, any other questions that you have when he comes home. We have certainly enjoyed having him, and we appreciate your business. Thank you for using Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon.